What would it be like to trust your intuitive perceptions 100% and never have to look outside of yourself for the answers again? This is something we kind of dream about when we think about being psychic or using our intuition, is just kind of knowing and knowing the truth of it, yeah? If you hung out with me in my recent webinar on how to trust your intuition, you'd know that it's really a tricky process to try and figure out, is this intuition or is it my imagination? And I go through lots of different ways to check, but ultimately the bottom line is self-awareness. The bottom line is self-awareness. It's raising your perceptions and your receptivity to the subtle messages up high enough where you can actually start to perceive the difference. And that's why it's so confusing when you start, because your perception isn't raised to that level yet. And what we do in the Psychic Connection package is, of course, work on that perception and raise it slowly, 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 so that you ultimately will be able to tell the difference. And that's like 90% of the work. But what happens is we perceive a certain amount of information that comes to us from spirit, and then our good old mind goes, oh, I need to make answers of this, and they go clunk, 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 and they come out with this outcome. Dong, dong. Not right. Doesn't mean our perceptions weren't right, it means where we went with them was not quite right. So that's a little pointer about perceiving and receiving, about receiving information and then what we do with it in our minds. And usually that's where we get a little bit hooked up, a little bit of a stumbling block, especially when we are just starting out and we're reading for others, or we're using our intuition in a way to service or help others. And if that happens, all you need to do is go back to the original reception, the original information that you received, go back to that and stick to that, because it's usually where you went after that that was a little bit messy. And this is something we go over in great depth in the Psychic Connection package. It is a small group program just for about 10-15 people, where I take you further along your spiritual path in a way that suits you. And we plumb the depths of where you want to go and how intuition works and fits for you, because everyone's different. It's a great mix of group calls and one-on-one mentoring, and right now the doors are open. I only hold them 3 or 4 times a year, so if you'd like to get on board, love to have you. Otherwise, shoot me a message, find out if it's for you, we'll have a quick chat. And of course, my name's Denise Litchfield, clairvoyant. I love helping savvy, normal women just like you to zoom along their spiritual path in a way that suits them without having to wear crushed purple velvet or talk to aliens. And if you love this video, hit us a big thumbs up, like, maybe subscribe, drop us a comment below. I'd love to stay in touch. Thanks for watching. Keep shining. There's all sorts of dogs barking here. Can you hear that? How'd you go? Go on. Well, I'm videoing, mate.